The first time the internet dropped, I was on a conference call with a client in Seattle, explaining why their firewall kept choking on encrypted traffic. My screen froze mid-sentence. The little spinning wheel of death mocked me for a full 30 seconds before the connection came back. I blamed the provider, ran a speed test, and went back to work. The second time, it happened at 2 in the afternoon while I was uploading a network diagram. The third time, at 4:30, right when Max started barking at the mailman. That is when I opened the router admin page and saw it. A device labeled Oak Ridge HOA Cam Hub was pulling down 1.8 gigabytes an hour. Not a glitch. Not a neighbor streaming Netflix. Someone was using my bandwidth like a fire hose. I am Robert Hayes, 58, divorced, childless by choice, and the proud owner of a golden retriever who thinks every delivery driver is his new best friend. I bought the brick ranch at 1427 Maple Crest Drive because the listing photos showed a cedar deck overlooking an artificial lake that caught the sunset like liquid gold. The realtor, a kid named Kyle who smelled like new cologne and desperation, kept saying exclusive lake privileges. I did not care about the granite counters or the garden tub. I cared about silence, strong coffee, and a download speed that never dipped below 100 megabits. The silence lasted exactly 12 days. Day 13, a cream-colored envelope slid under my door. Thick stock, gold-embossed return address, Oak Ridge Commons Homeowners Association. Inside, a single page in perfect cursive. Dear Mr. Hayes, your recycling bin was observed facing the wrong direction on Tuesday. Please ensure handles face the street. $25 courtesy reminder. Sincerely, Vivian Parker, President. I laughed, crumpled it, and forgot about it. Day 14, another envelope. This time the flag on my mailbox was red instead of HOA-approved burgundy. Day 15, a certified letter about solar panels I had installed 6 months earlier with county permits and a federal tax credit. Vivian Parker was 56, former real estate broker, and the self-appointed guardian of Oak Ridge aesthetic purity. She measured grass with a wooden ruler, photographed trash cans past 8 a.m., and once fined a widow for planting petunias in the wrong shade of pink. Most neighbors smiled through clenched teeth. I just nodded and kept walking. The bandwidth theft was different. It was personal. I changed the password at 9 that night, renamed the network Freeloader No More, and went to bed. By 10 the next morning, my doorbell rang like a fire alarm. Vivian stood on my porch in a navy blazer and pearls, clutching a 3-ring binder so tightly her knuckles were white. Robert, what have you done to the community security grid? I set my coffee down. The what? The cameras. The entire neighborhood feed went dark the minute you tampered with your router. I had no idea we had cameras, much less that they were riding my internet like a stolen car. She flipped open the binder and stabbed a highlighted paragraph. Section 14B, Cooperative Infrastructure. Every resident contributes bandwidth for safety. That section is about irrigation pumps, Vivian. Not my personal Wi-Fi. You will restore access immediately, or I will involve law enforcement. Go ahead, I said, half amused, half irritated. I would love to hear how that 911 call sounds. She dialed. Yes, officer, my neighbor has disabled our surveillance system and refuses to cooperate. Possible cyber interference. Address is 1427 Maple Crest. I thought the dispatcher would laugh. Instead, 10 minutes later 2 cruisers rolled up, lights flashing, sirens off but still loud enough to wake every dog in the cul-de-sac. Neighbors appeared like it was the 4th of July. Janet Simmons in her pink tracksuit live streaming for the neighborhood watch page. Mark Ellison, retired history teacher, pretending to water petunias while angling for a better view. Phones up, curtains twitching. Someone started a group chat titled HOA Meltdown Live. Sergeant Harlan Brooks approached first, boots crunching on my gravel. Afternoon, sir. We got a report of network tampering affecting community safety. I opened the door wider. You are welcome to inspect the deadly weapon. It is a router on my desk. Officer Dana Mills snorted. Brooks sighed. Ma'am, do you have documentation that Mr. Hayes agreed to share his internet? Vivian thrust the binder forward. Cooperative Infrastructure Clause. Brooks skimmed it. This mentions water valves, not Wi-Fi. She hesitated. The spirit of the covenant. Let's look at the router, Brooks said to me. Inside, the device blinked innocently beside my monitor. Brooks leaned over the admin page. Well now, there is an active connection attempt from Oak Ridge HOA Cam Hub. Still trying to log in every 30 seconds. Mills whistled. Someone in the clubhouse is desperate. Vivian hovered outside, voice rising. He is deleting evidence. Brooks radioed for a warrant. By 2 o'clock, we were at the clubhouse, a squat brick building that smelled of lemon polish and old coffee. Vivian blocked the door, pearls gleaming in the sunlight. This is private HOA property. Brooks held up the freshly signed search warrant. Step aside. The maintenance room door was locked. Mills popped it with a multi-tool. Inside, no windows, humming racks of servers, 32 monitors in a grid. Live feeds filled the screens. Front porches, back patios, a kitchen where Mrs. Alvarez stirred soup, a garage where the Ellison boy shot hoops. One feed zoomed on my own backyard, my office window in clear view, my reflection visible as I typed. Mills swore under her breath. Brooks' face went hard. Mrs. Parker, explain. It is our safety initiative, Vivian said, voice trembling. Voluntary contributions from smart devices. I pointed at my house on screen 12. That is my patio table. I never volunteered. Her composure cracked. It was for the greater good. Brooks called in the county cybercrime unit. By nightfall, the clubhouse was sealed with yellow tape, hard drives bagged, monitors tagged. News vans lined the street. Janet's stream hit 200,000 views. The next morning, Agent Laura Chun from Cybercrime showed me the recovered data over coffee in my kitchen. 8 months of footage. Cloud backups under Vivian private account. Keyword tags, license plates, delivery times, even notes like Hayes works late suspicious. Interior feeds from baby monitors, smart doorbells, anything that synced to the HOA hub. My router had been the mask, hiding her IP from the logs. Vivian was arrested that afternoon in her driveway, still clutching the binder. Charges: unauthorized surveillance, computer trespass, data theft. Her lawyers spun it as overzealous community service. The prosecutor played her email to the board. If they will not follow rules voluntarily, the cameras will enforce compliance. She took a plea: 18 months probation, lifetime ban from any HOA board, 5-year restraining order, keeping her 50 yards from every resident. The judge added civil damages to be determined by class action lawsuit. Oak Ridge rewrote the bylaws in a single emergency meeting. Tom Rivera, former vice president and the only board member who had never signed off on the camera budget, took the gavel with shaking hands. We dissolved the old board, he announced. Robert Hayes is appointed permanent technology overseer. All systems require resident vote and encrypted opt-in. I accepted on one condition. The public Wi-Fi is renamed Truth Has Better Wi-Fi. The room laughed for the first time in years. 6 months later, the clubhouse screens show weather alerts and potluck sign-ups. Kids play tag by the lake without parents scanning rooftops for red lights. Property values are up, but more important, porch conversations are real again. Janet started a new vlog called Oak Ridge Unfiltered. No more pink tracksuit, just honest updates. Mark planted tomatoes in every color the HOA once banned. Vivian sold her house to a young couple from Portland who asked 0 questions about the past. Rumor says she moved to a condo in Arizona with no HOA and still measures her new neighbor grass with a ruler no one asked for. I still work from the same office, Max snoring under the desk. The router blinks secure, no road connections. Sometimes I walk the lake at sunset and feel the same peace I chased when I bought the place. Only now it is earned, not enforced. The cedar deck creaks under my weight the same way it did the first day, but the silence is different. It is the sound of a neighborhood that learned to trust itself instead of fearing the woman with the binder. Now it is your turn. Have you ever had someone in authority decide your privacy was negotiable? Ever pushed back when the easier path was to comply? Ever watched a petty tyrant crumble because one person refused to look away? Drop your story below. No detail too small. Tell me where you draw the line between neighborly cooperation and outright invasion. Do you believe one person can change a broken system, or is silence the safer bet? Do you think Vivian deserved prison, or was probation enough? Was I right to fight, or should I have just shared the bandwidth and kept the peace? I read every comment. The rawest ones become fuel for the next fight. And if you know someone trapped in an HOA nightmare, share this. Someone out there needs to know they are not alone.